Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Warthog, Soviet Global Command 7.3. Okay, here we are. Tech. Again, a familiar setup. PGM, Advanced Logistics, Advanced Sonar, Advanced Airborne. Looks like yes for PGM, and I think that's it. Yep. So PGM is complete. Soviets now get full target select on all of their cruise missiles. Hooray, hooray, hooray. There's dancing in red square. All right. Next order of business is diplomacy. The Soviets, as you can see, are using the 2 free dice, and they have spent 2 IPP for a 3rd die. And we're going to do a split diplomacy effort this time, which is allowed. Let's see, where am I? Here I am. Here. Okay, 2 dice are going to be rolled for Syria to try and get a military pact there, since they are adjacent to NATO-controlled Turkey. And a single die is going to be used to try to get a military pact with Yemen, since it is adjacent to U.S.-controlled Saudi Arabia. So there's the diplomacy. Next, military aid, which isn't very much this turn. They're spending 4 to give Syria 2 early gen MBTs, and then 6 on an attack bomber for Warsaw Pact. That's it for military aid. Okay, now they're spending 4 battle stars and 2 IPPs on a minor shipyard upgrade, and they're spending 6 IPPs, of course, on a minor airbase upgrade, 8 on a pair of destroyers, 16 on 2 next-gen MBTs and 2 early-gen fighters, doing that twice. The remaining 3 on a SAM. And then they are building 5 cruise missiles and 3 anti-ship missiles. Okay, combat movement. Be a little bit of action. Okay, this SSN from I-11 moves over to I-7, and then it shoots a pair of anti-ship missiles at the tankers in I-6. Also, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I'm remiss. I have forgotten something. How dare I? How dare I? Okay, now we're fixed. So, 2 anti-ship missiles being shot at the tankers. There's the card that's in I-6. The frigate and the heavy aircraft cruiser are going to make surface attacks on the tankers. The others have other things to do, which you can see right here. The forces in northern Saudi are attacking Makkah. They are going to be supported in this effort by 2 cruise missiles shot from the destroyer and cruiser in I-6, 1, 2. Then 2 attack choppers are going to fly across the Red Sea from Sudan. They're going to join the attack. Then all of the air from Baghdad is coming down. So there's 3 fighters and an ASF there. And then there's 2 early gen fighters and an attack bomber. The strategic bomber and the backfire are going to go along and carpet bomb. And there's the ground units that are in Basra. And the Americans have decided they will, oh no, they can't scramble that fighter. There's no airbase. Never mind. Can't do it. Not legal. Okay, so that is the attack on Macau. Then over here, the guys from Tanzania and the guys from Uganda and the guys from Uganda. Oh, I reallocated them. They were going to go down there. Okay, we'll do it this way. The guys from Tanzania, the guys from Uganda, and the Soviets from Angola are attacking Zaire. There's a field artillery. It goes in there too that will shoot chemical. So they're attacking Zaire. Then the 3 light infantry in Chad and this early gen fighter from Sudan are attacking a single light infantry in Nigeria, going after the oil fields. Then over here in the mid-Atlantic, this diesel boat's going to come down. This SSN is going to come down. These 2 SSNs slide down here. And they are all attacking oil tankers in A41 and A42. And that's it for combat movement. So we're going to do the oil tankers first. Then we'll do the little fights in Africa, and we'll have the main event in Saudi Arabia last. Okay, so let's do A41 first. That's 3 SSNs and a diesel boat. Three SSNs and a diesel boat. Okay, there is a hit. So that tanker goes on the Soviet dashboard. Okay, then we have 4 SSNs in A42. Theirs was actually 2 hits. That's enough to get it done. So that tanker also comes over. Now we have 2 anti-ship missiles, frigate, and a heavy aircraft cruiser. 2 anti-ship missiles, heavy aircraft cruiser, yellow. That's how it's color coded. Okay, 2 anti-ship missiles, heavy aircraft cruiser, frigate. There's 3 hits. That's pretty good shooting. 3 hits. So there's 3 more tankers that go over. Okay. There's that one. Now Let's do Nigeria first. So we have three light infantry and an early gen fighter. There's no terrain. And then there is a light infantry defending in white. Okay, there's hits. Nothing by the defender. So those guys are in there. Get a Soviet roundel on here. We're going to go ahead and move the Soviets up one now to 46. Give them a land battle star. Let's see. No, they didn't. Okay. Land battle star to the Soviets. Okay, next it's going to be the fight in Zaire. That one's got a few more moving parts, so I'm going to put it on the boards. Okay, here we go. We have a field artillery shooting chemical, but it won because of a jungle combat penalty. And then there's a field artillery defending normally, and the other land units are down one because of the jungle. So here we go. Field artillery. Nope, missed. Okay, the defending field artillery. He missed. All right, early gen fighter air superiority. That is a hit. And that is an air battle star for the Soviets. Now there's an airborne and airborne assault at 2. He misses. And then there's 5 MBTs at 3. One general hit. Not exactly what they were looking for, but could be worse. Okay, here's an EGF air superiority defending. He misses. 3 light infantry defending for 1 general hit. Okay, so the air superiority hit takes out the early gen fighter. And then, of course, they're going to take the field artillery as their casualty. The Soviets will do the same, take the field artillery as their casualty. Okay, this guy goes to his normal place. All right, now we have an airborne. Airborne, 5 MBTs, and an early gen fighter. The early gen is yellow, the airborne is light blue. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. They only needed 3, so they got the job done. Three light infantry defend for 1 hit in return. So the Nigerian defenders are wiped out, and the Soviets lose an airborne. I'm not pausing because it's not very much stuff to move back. Just takes a second. Zaire is captured. Get a roundel on there. There we go. And now we're going to have the Donnybrook in Macaw. I'll move things over here. Okay, here's what it looks like. Got 2 cruise missiles in first strike. The Americans have decided they're going to put the SAM on the cruise missiles. They're going to put the SPAG on air defense. And the Soviets, forgot to mention, sorry. I got to move one of these guys. A fighter. Nope, the Soviets don't have seed. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so never mind. So there's the SAM on missile defense, the SPAG on air defense. Okay, here we go. And of course I applied the desert penalty to the ground units. So we have 2 missile defense shots first. 1 missile is shot down. The other one gets through and misses. Okay, so now the SPAG has 3 air defense shots and it misses with all 3. All right, now here we go. So we have an ASF on air superiority. He misses. 2 early gen fighters. They miss. 3 fighters on air superiority. Okay, they're good for 2 air hits. And that is 2 more air battle stars for the Soviets. All right, now we have, let's see, they got enough air. So we got 3 SAMs, 3 SAM shots and 3 SPAG shots at 1 because of the desert penalty. Look at that. There's 2 more air hits. I already did the battle stars, so that's 4 air hits total. Now we have strategic bomber carpet bombing for nothing. Okay, backfire carpet bombing for nothing. There are 2 MBTs, nothing. 2 next gen MBTs. Okay, there is 1 land target select hit. 4 attack choppers for nothing. And an attack bomber for 1 general hit. Kind of mixed results there. All right, so we have two fighters on air superiority defending. There is 1 air hit, and that's an air battle star. That's an air battle star for the Americans. Now an airborne, nothing. 2 attack choppers. one armor penetration or reactive armor land target select hit. That was 2 MBTs. 2 next-gen MBTs. Nothing. 4. Wait a minute. No, I'm defending. All right, I confused myself. That was 2 attack choppers. 1 mech for a miss, and 2 next-gen MBTs. That is 2 land target select hits. Okay. Land target select. The Soviets are going to put on a mech. Take that off. Of course, the Americans are going to target a next-gen MBT with that one, and they're going to target the 2 MBTs with this one. Okay, 4 air hits. The Americans have to take the fighters and the attack choppers because that's all the air units they have. Take that off. 1 air hit. The Soviets will take on an early gen fighter. No, actually they won't. Since he'll have to retire anyway, they're going to take the hit on the ASF. Clear that off. And then 1 general hit, the Americans decide to take on the SPAG. Okay, the SAM goes to the box. Cruise missiles are done. These 2 guys go to the box. Let's see. These 2 guys go to the box. These guys go back to their normal positions. And there's the way it looks. There's 3 land units to be killed. And the Soviets only have 1 land unit available to take it. Now, they're going to try it. Yeah. They're going to try it. Okay. 2 EGFs. There is 1 hit. Next gen MBT. 1 reactive armor hit. 3 fighters. Okay, that's enough to get the job done. We're going to go ahead and let the attack choppers shoot anyway. There is 2 more hits, so that's plenty of overkill. So now 1 airborne defends for a miss. 2 next-gen MBTs defend for 1 land target select hit. Oh, the poor Soviets. They bleed, but they don't get to capture the zone. because they lose their only land unit they had left on the last roll. So, take him off and put things back. Okay, I went ahead and just moved the air, which went ahead and everything landed in northern Saudi except these three guys already non-combat moved back to Baghdad, just so I don't have to move things around multiple times. Now, since the Soviets did not win the battle, that's 2, right? Yeah. That's 2 land battle stars to the Americans for successfully defending Makkah, in that the Soviets were not able to capture it. Okay, that's it for combat. Now we got to do our diplomacy rolls. Okay, so we have 2 dice for Syria. Nope. 1 die for Yemen. Nope. No joy. Okay, non-combat movement. Okay, Assam from Somali Republic is going to move to Kenya. And then Assam from Kenya is going to move to Tanzania. These 2 next-gen MBTs move from Ethiopia over to Sudan. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot a guy. Well, it's too late now. I forgot to take the medium bomber in from I-6 for the Makkah attack, but it's too late now. Okay, there's that. The early gen fighter in Zaire is going to land back there in Angola. The early gen fighter from Nigeria is going to land back here in Sudan. I think that's it over here. Oh, no, it's not. We've got 2 MBTs and a field artillery in Basra that moved down to northern Saudi. And then we have an MBT in Baghdad that is using strategic land movement to go 1-2 through the desert. Oh, wait a minute, no, he can't do that. He has terrain penalties don't apply in non-combat. I'll get it straight here in a second. So he goes from Baghdad down to northern Saudi. And I believe that's it for over here. I think that's it for over here. Over here in the Atlantic, because the Americans still do not have advanced sonar, they cannot detect the Soviet submarines with their Caterpillar drive, so they're going 1, 2, and then the third move, 1 goes to each side there. And I think that will do it for non-combat movement. So now we're placing units. Okay. Set ourselves up here. All right, 2 destroyers are being built at the minor shipyard there in Ethiopia. And just because they're going to be built in port. Just to give them a little bit of defense from the Americans down here in I-3. All right, then we have 2 next-gen MBTs and 2 EGFs built here in Ethiopia. We've got 2 next-gen MBTs and 2 EGFs built in Baghdad. So they're going on the card over here. The SAM is being built here in Somali Republic to replace the one that non-combat moved. Then come around to this side. The air base in Baltic states will be upgraded to a major. The shipyard in northern Russia is upgraded to a major. All units placed. Now we deliver aid. I brought the wrong thing. All right, no. The attack bomber is delivered to West Czechoslovakia. I'll replace that with an actual guy off camera. And then they have a land connection to Syria. So the 2 early gen MBTs go to Syria. And that's that. So now we're collecting missiles and money. So there's 5 cruise missiles added to this stockpile. And 3 anti-ship missiles added there. They've got 4 battle stars. Let's see, the Soviets are at 46. And now we got a total bonuses. Okay, do the any zone without an IPP value. So, I forgot him last time too. He's considered part of Africa. So there is 1, 2, 3. Do this again. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for that part of it. And then we have 2 each for Nigeria and Shiraz. So 4 more is going to make 15. And then we have 5 oil tankers worth of bonus. That's another 15. So that's 30. Added on to the Soviets' 46. Holy Jesus. 76. Let me say that again. 76. That's going to be a tough hill to climb for the NATO alliance. We'll see what happens. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.